Welcome to Worthington Home. I'm Chris. So the other day I went to Savers and it was a very last minute decision. I was on my way home from the grocery store. It was very hot and humid. My hair was like out to here. I'll tell you, this humid weather is not kind on my hair. I had very little battery left in my phone, so I wasn't in a place to take a lot of footage. And it was also a Sunday, so I figured there's gonna be nothing in Savers on a Sunday. It was also afternoon. I think it was like maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. So I thought, let me just pop in. I'll see that nothing is there. I'll go home, no harm done. Well, there was some stuff, and I actually ended up spending the most money I have ever spent at Savers. So check out what I got. Okay, so first up, I bought 3 beautiful plates for $4.99 total. These are really beautiful. They're Royal Victoria, made in England, bone china. I love the pattern on these as well as the gold rim, and I thought they would be just so pretty on my eBay store. So I picked these up. Then I found this really pretty stack of Lenox plates. I had this pattern once before in a creamer and sugar, and they sold very quickly. Here's the back stamp, Poppies on Blue. Now these plates have some signs of utensil wear, and they also need to be cleaned. So the price will definitely reflect their current state. So not top dollar for these. Like I said, I will be very clear that they're not perfect. These were $4.99 for a stack of 4. Actually, this one looks much better. And these will be going on my eBay store. Next up, I found this very pretty set of Liberty Blue historic colonial scenes, which I have been picking up here and there at Savers. I think this was part of a large set that was broken up in the back. They just didn't bring everything out at the same time. That is my guess anyway. Could be wrong. Could be that more than one person has sold off this set, but it's very pretty. And so there's 4 teacups and a stack of saucers. I think there's more saucers than teacups actually. And then this little creamer. I could not find the sugar. I looked everywhere for it and I had no luck. But I'm hoping somebody will be happy to add these pieces to their collection if they have one, or maybe they just want them as a little standalone set. Either way, I thought they were really cute, and I thought for just under 10, this was a nice find. Next up, I bought 8 plates for $9.99, and these are Lenox. I feel like I'm becoming a Lenox china dealer because I keep picking it up, but it sells very well for me. And I also actually just really like it, and I think it's always a good idea to sell things that you yourself like. It's also a good strategy if you get stuck with inventory. At least it's inventory you enjoy looking at. Don't mind all the mess on my tablecloth. This poor tablecloth needs to be tossed into the washer. But I thought these were really pretty. Look at the details in the pattern. You know, it's kind of a subtle look when you look at the big picture, but when you zone in, you can see these plates are really special. They're also in very excellent condition. So I'm hoping that somebody will be very happy to have these, and they'll be going on my store. Actually, by the time you see this video, they will probably, hopefully, already be up. Okay, so here's where things became interesting. I was going down the section of Savers, the aisle that has pots and pans. It's probably my least successful aisle. It's like the place where I'm least likely to find anything. In fact, yeah, I can only think of one time I bought anything in that aisle. But of course, when I'm at Savers, I check out everything. I don't usually check out the clothes unless I personally need clothes. But other than that, when it comes to like home decor, housewares, kitchen stuff, all that kind of thing, I always check out every square inch of it. And I'm so glad that I did, because I found something I was not expecting. So it started off with these frying pans. So I found these copper frying pans. These are Revere ware, and it's got kind of a signed insignia on the bottom. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll show you a better view of it after this. But they have these great handles, and I love that you can hang these, which is exactly what I would do. And this frying pan was $39.99. So no bargains happening here, right? So there was this pan. Then I found this elongated pan, or this oval pan. Again, this is also Revere ware. This one was not used as much as the last one. You can tell by looking at the bottom of it. And here's where the label was. It still has some sticky residue, so this was never used. And I thought, again, great handle, wonderful, easy to hang, great shape. This was $59.99. So again, there's no deals happening here. Then I found this little guy, part of the same set, also Revere ware. This one also doesn't look like it was used at all. Still has the sticky residue. This one was $24.99. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm like shaking. I'm putting everything in my cart because I'm like, this is so good. And I've always wanted a set of copper cookware personally. Of course, you know me, I would always prefer to have a French set over an American set, but this is really nice stuff. And I'm thinking, can I resell this? Is there any profit margin? I'm trying to run comps. I'm doing all the things. But then I find two copper mixing bowls. These are really beautiful. These are also Revere ware. Here's one. Oh, the glare is terrible. I'll show it. I'm going to stop showing it to you. I'll show everything to you later. They're both Revere ware. They have these great hanging pieces to them, so it's like no trouble to display them. They're in really nice condition. This one has a little bit of funny pitting or something inside that I don't know if I can easily clean that. I bet Eric could take care of that without too much trouble. But there are two of these. I almost feel like maybe there was a third, because if you look at them inside, it seems like there's maybe one side that size that is missing. But I was very excited to find these. These were $39.99 for the two of them. Again, no screaming deals here. So the next thing I found was this covered pot. And this is also Revere ware. This is in really nice shape. Here's the inside. And here's the bottom. So it's been used, but not used to death. It seems like that one frying pan really got the most abuse and everything else was spared such hard use. This again has great handles. Check out those handles. I really like them. And this was $39.99. So I can't tell you how my brain was racing and calculating and comping and trying to figure out what to do. And at one point, I even was texting someone I had just had coffee with, actually a viewer of this channel. Hi, Erica, if you're watching. I actually texted her. I was like, I'm in Savers. I'm finding all this copper stuff. I'm freaking out. And she made it very clear that she was only going to enable my shopping behavior. So, I had to kind of figure it out. So I just figured, I have a 20% off coupon. I actually have like a million 20% off coupons, because in my Savers, you can't use them unless you spend $100 or more, which I never do at Savers. So I thought, well, I have a 20% off coupon, and then I knew I had an additional $10 off on top of that. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to buy it. It might be a stupid thing to do. I'm not even sure. I'm going to go for it. So I went to the checkout line and I was checking everything out, and I'm kind of like, my heart's beating like, oh, this is a lot. And then the manager came up to me, and I've seen this manager before. What a hardworking guy. He's there like every time I go to Savers, and I go to Savers quite a bit, and I go all different days and all different hours. There's like no pattern to my Savers behavior. So the manager came up to me and said, there's more. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, there's more pieces. They were separated. The other pieces are in a different part of the store. They're over there by the counter. You want me to get those? And I was like, yes, please. So he comes back with these. So 2 more covered pots, really nice size. I mean, this one especially is very heavy. This one was $49.99. And look, it still has its tag in it that says what it is and gives a little bit of detail. So this was never used. And this is a little sauce pot. This one also has the original tag in it. So never used. So this one was $29.99 and the one I showed you right before that was $49.99. And now, I'm this far in, I'm just going for it. So again, I had another 20% off coupon because I had already finished checking out the first time. So I had another 20% off coupon. So I used that. I had another $10 off coupon. I used that. The bottom line is, for everything I bought that I just showed you in this haul, I spent $211. So that was the total. So by far the most money I've ever spent at Savers. But yeah, I got a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I came home with all of this and I was like, just, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And then Eric said the most dangerous words that a husband like him can ever say to a wife like me. He said, "You're keeping it, right?" Like the oceans parted, the angels sang. Yes, I'm keeping it all. So, that was all the encouragement I needed. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted a set of copper cookware. I have actually a Farberware set of just regular pots and pans, stainless steel, that I love because it's what my grandmother had. It's what my mother had. It's what I've used, but I've always wanted a copper set, and they are so expensive unless you get really lucky at like an auction or something, which I have not done. And this is really like a full set. I mean, if I ever wanted to add to it, I could pick up another piece or two, but yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. So I have a new set of cookware. Now, the only problem we have in terms of having beautiful cookware is that I absolutely, positively hate to cook. But if I ever change my mind, I can cook in style, and I'm very pleased. So here is a better look at all the copper cookware that I have purchased. The 3 fryers and the covered, I don't know what you even call this, the covered pot, I don't know, this little sauce pot, the bigger sauce pot, I guess, and the mixing bowls that I think there would be one more size probably in this set. And let me show you a better close-up of the label inside. So here it is. It's Paul Revere Signature Collection, solid copper / stainless steel. And it was made in the US. And of course, it's wonderful to purchase things that were made in the US. I don't mean to sound like I'm not patriotic. I am a bit of a Francophile, so of course, a brass set from France would be even more exciting. But, someday if I want to make a switch, I certainly can, and trade up, which is always a great thing to do, especially if you're selling antiques. You can continue to scale up your collection. Here is the bottom. Can you see that signature Paul Revere USA? And it has like a silhouette, I guess, of Paul Revere. I think that's what I'm seeing above the signature. And they are all marked in that way. So no need to show you every single one. And again, here's a close-up of the handle. And I'm gonna wash these and then show you how I plan to display them. And then here is the other stuff that I bought. And these are some glasses that Eric recently came by that I'm also gonna pop on my store. They need to be washed. That is a common theme around here. But aren't they so cool with this starburst pattern? They're so like 1960s. I think these are fabulous. And yeah, I need to really kind of list my head off, but that's awesome. And I always love to put new and interesting inventory on my eBay store. And if you ever want to check out my store, you can certainly go online and do that. I always include a link at the bottom, at the end of this video. And you can always sign on to follow my store so you know when I get new things into the store. I'm always listing. I try very hard to list on a daily basis. And sometimes I list, up to 20 things at a time if I have a little bit of time. So that's my haul. Here are what my pots and pans currently look like on this rack. And I have to say, these are highly serviceable pots and pans. I have no complaints about them. And in fact, if I do decide to keep the copper set, which I think I am, I'm gonna put these away in case Zach needs them for an apartment down the road, because these guys are great. You cannot kill them. And I think they have life in them yet. Okay, so this obviously doesn't work. They would need to be configured in some other way. I would have to come up with a better system, because you can see they're coming down past the lip of the backsplash and are messy looking in general, not to mention the fact that we need a proper backsplash behind these cabinets anyway. That's just the sheetrock, which is not a great system. I do like the copper, and I like the copper against the yellow of the cabinets and the black and white speckled countertop. But yeah, I'll have to think about the best way to arrange all of this. It's a thinker. Just a little update. I happened to use one of the little copper frying pans to try to make an omelet. It was too small for an omelet, but I figured I'd give it a shot just for the heck of it. And it cooked that omelet like nothing I have ever seen. It came out perfectly. So that just reinforced to me that copper cookware is really awesome and a fun way to go in the kitchen. So I ended up picking up an actual omelet pan on eBay that goes with this set. So I'm already increasing the set. And if you saw my last video, which focused on the Brimfield market in July, you will already know that I had purchased this little teapot, or rather tea kettle, which is not part of the same brand, but certainly looks nice with the set. So in other words, it appears that I am all in, and I'm in the process of figuring out a good way to store all of these pieces, including possibly adding some kind of system to our fireplace, like the side of our fireplace, which has like a wooden surround, but is right across from the stove. So I think that might work out really well. We'll see. So you might be wondering what's going on with this situation. So we recently got rid of our old mattress. I loved this mattress, but Eric's side was like super caved in, so he was sleeping basically in a tunnel. And we reluctantly got a new mattress, because I loved my side. We bought the exact same one. It was originally from Costco, but Amazon actually carries this exact mattress. And believe it or not, it's not very expensive as far as mattresses go. But instead of getting rid of this mattress right off the bat, he decided that we would keep it until we were sure that the other one was okay. And the other one is just as good, but if you're Eric, much better. And now we're gonna get rid of this mattress. But for right now, the cats really enjoy sitting up here. So they have to make the most of it while they can. This is for sure a temporary situation. And just an interesting aside, there is this pretty antique light fixture up here on the ceiling, and originally the mattress was closer to the light fixture until one day I heard the sound of tinkling glass and saw that Indy was up here smacking at the chandelier. And we can't have that because, again, this is a pretty guy and an old guy, and we don't want it to fall apart the way some of our other lighting has. So the mattress was moved and it will be leaving the house soon. So I'm glad Miss Iris can enjoy it while she can. Oh, and look, now she has a friend. So you probably thought this was just an old mattress, but really it's a kiddie playground. Indy. Okay, we're gonna take a little walk from the study into the master bedroom. We're not gonna step on the cat. We're not gonna look at the sneakers in the bathroom. We're gonna come down the stairs, follow Licorice's lead. By the way, our sunroom is to the left. Wilson's standing in the dining room. Are you keeping up with this? We're gonna walk through the kitchen. There's a tissue on the floor and there's a tissue on the bathroom floor. That's compliments of the cats. And now we're headed into the basement. Oh, good, more stairs. Let's check out Eric's lair. And here we are. I thought I would show you this very cool mid-century modern light that we found at a clean out a while back, but we hadn't listed it for sale in any way because it was so dirty. But Eric has just spent quite a lot of time getting all of the bits and pieces clean, and now it's gleaming. And I'm really hoping somebody will like it. Here's my hand next to it just for some kind of a sense of scale. But yeah, this fixture hangs from the ceiling and it's actually fairly valuable. So we're really hoping somebody falls in love with it and finds the perfect spot for it. By the way, the light I just showed you is called a rock candy light. And this is a spaghetti lucite lamp. This is mid-century modern. And Eric just cleaned this as well. You can see all of the texture in this. And this is also hanging from a chain. And he's going to be listing this on eBay, but in the right space, I think this could be a fantastic mid-century modern look. These all came out of the same house, by the way. And this is another light fixture that hangs from a chain, and it's mid-century modern. What I'd love to show you if I can is like, it's got some blue details inside that are very pretty. And now I think, yeah, now I can really show them to you. You see those? Just an unexpected little detail. And the inside is blue as well, if you can see through. And this will also be going on eBay. We had put this on an online estate sale, but we put a reserve on it because sometimes we get very low ball bids. And this piece is too valuable to let go for, you know, pennies on the dollar. So eBay is really the proper place for this, I think. And hopefully, again, somebody finds it and has a great spot for it. Here are two mid-century modern Danish light fixtures. These are really, really beautiful. They have a couple of small flaws. There's a little bit of paint right here. And a little bit on this one as well. And this one has a chip out of the back, although you wouldn't probably notice that at all once they're hanging. And they have, again, great mid-century modern look to them. So these are nice finds. This is, again, all part of the same estate. So anyway, that's just a quick glimpse at some of the projects that Eric has been working on today. I really think these lights are going to look beautiful in somebody's house. And by the way, if you're ever interested in checking out Eric's store on eBay, actually he doesn't have a store, he just lists things as a seller.
This is his name on eBay, and you are free to take a peek if you want. You can follow him if you're interested in the kinds of things he sells. Unlike me, Eric doesn't buy things to resell. Eric only lists things that he gets from cleanouts or from his dad's store. So he's got a lot of really cool stuff, and he definitely specializes in mantiques. If you know someone in your world who is interested in that kind of thing, Eric is probably your guy.
So I hope you enjoyed seeing this little Savers haul. Again, I apologize that I didn't take video. I didn't have the battery power, and I didn't anticipate finding so many things. And actually, it's kind of a blessing that I didn't even try, because I think if I had been video recording while I was also picking up things to purchase and trying to calculate all the copper and whether or not I should buy it and whether or not I should spend it and what kind of coupons I had, I think my head would have exploded. That would be like a whole lot of like multitasking, crazy math stuff happening. So yeah, normally I do show the footage. I love to show the footage of the actual thrifting experience, but today, a little something different. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I also hope to see you next time. Bye for now.